Well, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Phil Beck with the Professional Painter and Decorator, and you know what I'm like. I like to do some things that are a little bit different. Now, you can probably tell by the thumbnail and tell by the title, it is not my usual painting and decorating subject that I'm going to be talking about, but it is about spraying. And even though it's going to be a rattle can spray video, I thought it was beneficial to make a little YouTube video out of it. So we're using today the PlastiKote, and it is the Woodstove spray paint. Now I'm very lucky. I'm going to say I'm very lucky because I'm very lucky. I've got a hobbit house in the garden that's got a fire pit in the middle, stroke barbecue, and we're coming up to the winter and it needs a bit of a refresh before we start getting into the Christmas season and dressing the hobbit house up for Christmas. So what I'm going to do, or what I've already done, I've actually, if you can see down here, I'm going to swivel the camera around so you can see it. I've got the fire pit, I've cleaned it all down and I'm getting ready to spray. So I'm going to show you what I've done for cleaning down, because this is a video about the spraying side of it using the PlastiKote, which you can probably see there. The camera's trying to track me, don't know where to go. Oh, brilliant. Using the PlastiKote, and it's not really down to a cleaning video. But if I swivel, I'll come in to show you what we've got. You get the idea. We've got a barbecue in the middle. I've taken the grills out, and my lad that's sitting in the corner, a 14-year-old that's had half an hour of sanding down's had enough and needs to have a rest. But what I've done, I've cleaned all these sides down and the mesh separator, which easily clips out. You can see that. If you've got one of these, if you've got a hobbit house, you know what I mean. This seats around the outside. This will seat about 25. We have the twinkly lights. It is a little bit of a social gathering venue, shall we say. But it needed freshening up. I've taken the grates out the middle, which your coals sit on, which would be there. And I've literally gone round, I've degreased all the sides, got a sanding pad on it, cleaned it all down, dried it all off. You can get the idea. And it is all cleaned down, ready to go. Now, so long as you get a scraper on it, any grease that's already on it, you can clean it down. And if I come across here, get the light shining, I've used, going dead close, I've used the SCRUBB Heavy Duty Degreaser. I've also used, you've probably seen me use these before on the channel, these are the SEER sanding pads. Now these are shaped so you can get in and out of the nooks and crannies. It's quite a coarse sanding pad, so any of the surface rust, and I'll come over here to show you what a bit of surface rust looks like. Just there, we've scraped it all off, wiped it all down with anything that's still left with the UltraGrime Wipes, any last little bits of grease, cleaned it down with a sponge, some clean water, and again gone over with the heavy duty degreaser if there was anything on the surface. I'm quite happy now with what's left on here, as I'm scraping a little bit of rust off. I'm quite happy what's on here to actually tape up and get the sprayer out. So if you bear with me, I will get it taped up and we'll get the rattle cans going. And I know some people are probably asking, what have you got for tapes? Do you know, I've got loads of different tapes in my box. Plus I've got the hand maskers, which are going to make it a lot easier to actually get the tape around and protect the areas. And what I'm going to do, I'm only going to be taping up to that lip round there. I don't want to be spraying the base because that's where the coals will go. But round the sides, round here, will all be protected, and across the floor, so we can catch any fallout if there is anything of overspray. So bear with me, I will get that taped up and I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes.
A few moments later.
So as the fade outs come in a few moments later, let's have a quick look at what I've done. Quite simply, I put some bagging tape round the bottoms to protect that. Just put a layer of tape round and then stuck the tape and drape to that. I've filled in the centre. Sorry about the light. Filled in the centre because I'm only going to go those edges there. I've got a Cortex sheet to move around with me as I'm doing side to side. And anything that I've just seen that might want a bit more scraping off of rust, now I've got a better light on it, I've also done that as well. And feeling it, it does feel quite clean now it's all dried off. I know some of you are going to say, Phil, what have you used to scrape it? All I've got is a scraper, an old putty knife and my duster brush just to scrape everything down. And then I scraped it into the middle. And these are a fire pit, there's a trough, there's a tray that all the stuff actually drops into the bottom. So I'm getting ready to spray now. Now, if my assistant can probably film me, I'll put that there. You can see what I'm using. Better with the light. You can see what I'm using. And the reason I'm using it is because when I was at the painting and decorating show back in November, I did speak to Ben at PlastiKote, and this is what I asked him about off camera, about what could I use on my fire pit stroke log burner, and he says you need the wood stove spray paint. This was bought from Wickes in Nottingham, and this is where I managed to pick up a bargain because these were on sale at £5 a can, so I bought two. I probably only need one, but I've got two for future reference. I'll also say if you see these in a different style of can, if you're buying it from somewhere like Screwfix or anywhere like that, in a different style of can, it just might mean it's more classed as the trade range. Same product, just in a different can. So yeah, let me get some rattle can going and let's see what we can do. It has got the kids lock on the front, so make sure that you actually disengage the kids lock on the front. I don't know whether you can see it there. And don't forget, give it a good shake for a minute before you come to use it. And it's better to do lighter coats and do more coats than trying to do one thick coat at a time. So just remember that, lighter coats and build up. Drying time's about an hour, so you can recoat after an hour. And it does say on the tin that you've got a curing time at least 8 hours. If I can actually zoom in, I'll see whether I can get that in there. I've tried to zoom in, it does say 8 hours after application for the curing time. So yes, let's crack on and see how we go with it. Just giving it another shake before I come to use it. Now, it does say give it a good couple of minutes before we come to try it. So I've twisted it because it is one of the twist and lock systems, twisting it, and I've taken off that tab at the front. So let's just have a, yeah, we're good to go. Light wafting coats. I'll stick with that for the first layer. I'm moving round. Keep it moving on the spray can. Short little blasts. Anywhere you've got rust, you'll come back to and just give it another touch in. Now I have got the heater on here, and I would advise to wear a mask as well. I can't wear the mask because I'm just talking to you. See what I'm doing. As with any spraying, just do a 50% overlap, so you know you're getting it covered. And use it in a well ventilated area. I'm quite happy with that so far. what I'm going to do, just show you the last bit and then we'll leave me to get it coated up. Right, these insides. You see what I've done? That's a light coat. We will build up with 2 and 3 coats. So let me crack on. I will get this all coated and we'll look at it at the end. Once I've got this inner done, I will drop onto those meshes there. And there we have it, everybody. I've probably gone into the second can, the second rattle can, because I did keep going over it. Just light coats and built it all the way up. Kept going over it and over it until I was happy. You can still see a little bit of pitting where the rust was. I'm not too worried about that. It's a bit of a characteristic of having the fire pit. But in general, overall, it has freshened it up. I'm quite happy with how the coverage stroke, the passes of the rattle can have gone across the metal. It doesn't look bandy. I can't see too much patchiness. I think with actually going over it a number of times, it has helped to get a nice even coverage with it. So let's get it all debagged and see what it's like in a finished state. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I've got all the little side tables on. These are brilliant. They just hook on and off, so you can use them as a bit of a lap tray. But that looks pretty cool if you ask me. You get the idea. So if I just turn that light off, we look like we've got glowing embers of the coals in the middle. But on the whole, this has gone very well. I'm sorry about the lighting here. We have very limited light. It's more twinkly lights than anything else, so we've had to work by spotlight. But on the whole, it's come up really well. It doesn't look patchy. It looks even. And the finish, I'd say it's a decent satin finish. It's a little bit more than an eggshell. It's got a sheen to it, so I'd say satin. But for me, freshening this up all around the sides, across the mesh, just on the inners, and we've now got a let's call it a renewed fire pit. So 1, 2, 3. Hope you can see me. Face tracking. I'm going to say this has been brilliant because I'd got a fire pit that looked a little bit shabby, bit of cleaning down, and a few coats of that has revived it. I'm going to say has revived it. Now don't forget, this is dry about an hour. You can be multiple thin coat layering it, but the curing time is a good 8 hours before you actually do anything with it. So if you are wanting to light a fire in it, I'd probably say leave it till next day, don't rush it. But on the whole, very pleased with that, and I can't grumble at £5 a can because it was on offer in Wickes. And I will see you on the next one. There's some videos at the side if you're interested in any more on my channel. And I will say, anybody that's doing me a super thanks or buy me a coffee, thank you very much. This is just a little bit of well, I'll just say a filling video for me. It's a bit different from my usual videos that I do, talking about painting and decorating and how-tos. This is a how-to on using a rattle can to revive your fire pit. See you on the next one.